Throughout trials and tribulations, you have never given up the fight. Gather here to straighten your crown. Much love and light. Hit it!
Hit the light, hit the light,
Love and light. Love and light. This is CYNETHA Jade. Most call me Love. Love and light to you. If you enjoy the vibe, I dare you, go on ahead and subscribe and get ready for good vibes.
hit the light, hit the light,
Love and light. Collective, love and light. So, of course, this is a general collective message. You got to use your own intuition, okay? So that's you to you on this, all right? No one else can tell you any different. I get that part, but you better be using your intuition for these messages. Now, I do feel like overall, everyone's getting a little something out of this one. Just saying, you guys know I tell you what's up if I know, right? And so it looks like, you know, this isn't too hard to get something out of from what I can see so far. I haven't pulled all the cards yet. And I am again pulling from the Star Power Tarot, which was used somewhat recently. It's just given that eclipse feel, you guys. And I really want to tap into like the right now. I know we're out of the woods, as it were, regarding the eclipse energy. However, you know, we still exist, and some of us are still processing, perhaps, right? Or more aptly stated, alchemizing, okay? Those that know. Yeah, as I say that, I'm looking at like 5 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, with the 4 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. Gosh, it feels like what I already know we've got to talk about. I want to say, like, I hate that for you because, you know, I love you and stuff. But at the same time, I know the full, maybe bigger picture aspect of the message, or maybe more aptly stated of what's going on with you guys right now. And so I am still kind of excited to share. So bear with me. I'm just going to bulldoze right into this. I just looked and 143 is on the timer. For those that don't know, that's a big fat ginormous I love you from the universe. All right. So if you needed to hear that, maybe you haven't heard that in 1100 years, you like your girl. Okay. Show me some love and light, you guys. I want to see green hearts. I want to see something, anything in the freaking comment section. Please. It's been not even crickets lately, and I'm wondering why. All right. Take heed, okay, to this message. All right. Because really, the long and the short of it, it's like if the eclipse energy, you know, wasn't eye-opening enough for you, on top of it, you got this, I don't know however else to say it more aptly stated than fleshly resistance. All right. Root chakra definitely heavily at play. Inner child, same deal, right? You know, right now in current energies, you're being asked to practice extreme patience, right? You know, some of you feeling like you're stuck in this literal or proverbial waiting room type of energy or facility or living situation, you know, fill in the blanks there, you know, general collective, right? You're being asked to practice not only patience, but forgiveness. You know, can be so much fun trying to release and heal and maintain or find your peace and compassion, right? And what I'm seeing at the tip top of the spread here is that, yeah, confirmation, we've got to focus. Whatever you've been focusing on or however you've been focusing needs tweaked, okay? I'm not making this up, collective. I know it's a blackout message, right? So here I go, loving you through this, trying to explain verbally what I'm looking at, okay? The card first came out, one of the two that we've got to talk about, indicating optimism, positivity, hope, and gratitude, right? And the, I'm like, do I want to say command? Do I want to say guidance? This seems like it's like the way. Like, you know how they talk about Yeshua being like the way, like there is no other way, but through, right? It's giving that kind of energy. There is no other way but through. And that's kind of been a recent, there is a heavy type of theme lately for the channeled messages, for this channel anyhow, right? For this collective anyhow, all right? And I have the best collective hands down, so ain't no worries there, all right? We've just got to focus because the second card that came out of another deck here, and forgive me, I do not know what this one is called. It's fairly new. It's another one I purchased for the channel. So thank you for anyone who would dare to have the audacity to tip, donate, and or book a personal reading. All right, I double dog dare you. No, I'm just joking. But anyhow, here goes me doing what I do anyhow. All right, the best way I know how for you, irregardless. So no worries there. Money's not everything. It's just energy. Anyhow. But focus, maybe what I've gone through here is a tiny example of what you can kind of learn to do for you on your proverbial, bench with your coach hat and whistle there, right? It's like, okay, this is what it is, but what else can we make of it, right? And so there comes in that positivity. Now, it's not it's not a call to enter into some ring of toxic positivity. Like, if you're going to be delusional, make the delusion work for you, not against you, right? So practicing forgiveness for self even comes to mind regarding some of this stuff. And you know what? That hits on a very personal note, if I do say so myself, for your girl here, sometimes we just really know that we know that we know, we believe, and on the back end find that perhaps we didn't believe wholeheartedly, and other times we wholeheartedly believe, and on the back end find out change of plans, or that was never in the cards for you, right? And that's okay. And so there's this refocus, there's this extreme position of practicing patience here, as well as forgiveness being asked of you, and none of this feels fun. I get it. And you're still expected to put a positive spin on it. You're still expected to find that silver lining. Why? Because long story short, as you are being ripped from this miry clay, excuse me, and I don't know what's going on with all the religious references here. There's scripture reference. Maybe you are pulling out of that type of templating, and I do say that with all due respect. I mean, it is just like most things, a templated situation, right? Hell, even certain relationships that you've grown up under, they were templated, right? You were taught from day one, this is how it's going to be. It's my way or the highway, right? Others, you were taught on the back end, like, wow, since day one, I've been lied to. Fill in the blanks there, as you will, right? But long story short, you are simultaneously being asked to be positive and all these other P words and stuff, right? Practice, practice, practice. You're embracing this new beginning if you're doing the work. Yeah, I know. All right, but you got this. I believe in you. All right, and I'm not the only one. Ain't no way. Because ain't no way I'm sitting here doing a reading for a nobody, right? I have the best collective, hands down. And if you've yet to join the team, I don't know what you're waiting for, honey bun, because you too, I mean it, love and light, all right? And speaking of light, you are being asked to remember, collective, yes, that's you and you and you too, okay? That you are the light. So don't be looking around to the left and to the right trying to find a glow out there bigger than your own. See, many of you are in full throttle of what is often termed alignment, okay? Now, I feel like what's not talked often enough about, especially in the spiritual community, is that alignment doesn't always feel like roses and candy. It doesn't feel like you put the Vaseline on necessarily, right? Because you're doing other stuff like facing fears and focusing and refocusing and choosing positivity, and you're practicing and practicing again patience and forgiveness. It's other stuff, okay? You got this resistance that you're climbing out of too, okay? It's a lot. It's a whole ball of wax. All right. You're being asked to honor your boundaries on top of some of these experiences, right? It's like some of these experiences taught you needed them. So you can't hate the experience. You know what I'm saying? Don't, even, how they say, like, don't hate the player, hate the game. You can't even hate the game on this one because you asked for this. I know you don't believe that necessarily right now or want to even hear the truth, but it is the truth. Okay. So now that you know, let that truth empower you, not pull you all the way under, right? You're too strong anyhow. That's how you're still with me. Hello. Much love and light to you, babe. I see you winning. All quote unquote, I have to put the quotes there, alone and in the darkness, perhaps. Yeah, because you're the freaking light. You're the way, right? So, of course, you've got to go through these experiences. Yes, but some of you don't realize, but let's talk about it. Some of these experiences must go through you. You alchemist, you. You chosen one, generational curse breaker, you, right? You're being asked to express yourself, all right? And here's the kicker, though, right? It's like, it's all, oh yeah, if it was all as easy as just, hollering out, oh, ooh, that'd be great, just express yourself. But no, you gotta express yourself, right? By doing the work. Okay, so what would that be like? Well, releasing old patterns and beliefs. Okay, so if that's you, religious mind, all right, you got to make that part of your past and not part of your now. All right, now when I say religious mind, I'm not talking about anti sovereignty, right? I'm not talking about anti God. I'm not talking about anything devilish or demonic being worshipped. It's the templating. You know how they taught you that, you need God? I'm not here to say that that's not true. I'm also not here to not offer the other part of that same truth, though, is that God needs you. Okay, you can start there. That's kind of like still a little bit in the baby food section for what we're really doing here. But hey, I don't mind you catching up. All right. What I would mind is if, you didn't really believe that God were for you and not against you. That would be the travesty, the tragedy, the end of life, as it were. Right. So balance out whatever is trying to, poke the bear of your inner peace here. Okay. Calm, peace, and serenity is to be your baseline energy. That's part and parcel of your birthright package. And that, even in and of itself, is inclusive within some of the templating in some of the religious churches, synagogues, and temples. Okay. Can't speak for every house of God, quote unquote. Okay. Because even in that type of community setting, just like anywhere else, you guys, from one house, from one experience to the next, not the same. Okay. So, take that with a grain of salt if you will, but really honor the truth of the matter out of that. Okay. And you can utilize your intuition to sift through that if you feel the need. Okay. But Wheel of Fortune is here for you. You are coming out as the light, the way. You are coming out as being approved with this new beginning type of energy that you're being asked to embrace, right? But there's this other caveat. Okay. And I know you're thinking, I knew it was something, right? Well, it ain't bad though. Okay. In order to continue and, dare I say, complete your latest session of being this phoenix rising up out of the ashes, rising up out of the miry clay, as we talked about earlier, either way, you're going up, hun. All right. Here's a stitch though. You got to use your imagination way more. Way, way, way more. Way more. If you don't know what you want out of life, that is a red flag that you've got to deal with first and foremost, okay? Because you are actively, always, whether you have awareness of it or not, co-creating this experience, this thing called life. Very detrimental to you, okay? This is not me being negative, all right? It's just, we've got to see this thing called life for what it is, all right? If you're co-creating it, shouldn't you know what you want out of it? Just saying, you should, all right? You're being asked to embrace change while integrating the change that you want to see through your own means of imagination. Okay, it's like, So you want that house? Yeah, it's my dream house. What color is it? I don't know. What do you mean? Does it have a red door, perhaps? Oh no, never a red door. Well, what color door? What style of door would it have? Oh, I don't know. It's so, if that's you, man, you're really being called, okay, into this change by creating it. And you've got to use your imagination. All right. Divine is not doing everything always and always for you. And I need you to know that's okay. I also need you to know that's part of the experience that you signed up for. Because otherwise, what are you doing? you know, how would we even have talks that go, "You've got your part to play in all of this," right? How would we even have talks that go like, "And what you've been actively manifesting is on its way to you within 5 days," right? Like, we would never get there authentically, realistically, truthfully, if you're not doing your part in this. And I know we talk about your part being a lot about forgiveness and patience, but imagination too, babe. Okay. And again, check in with the inner child because they will gladly catch you up. I'm so serious. Inner child and root chakra definitely need to be taken a closer look at. If you'd like to book a session, please, I double dog dare you. All right, but you are really being primed. I know the other P word here. You probably would like to talk about more than primed is pressured. Okay, not gonna lie to you, it takes pressure to even make a shiny diamond. You know how many people would lay their life on the line for such a thing like that? Okay, and you have even far more greater worth about you. All right, so best you just keep it on, but with the whole adage of working smart, not just hard, right? Like, you've already felt the pressure, okay? You might as well just utilize your imagination to how it will feel when that too has passed. I hope that spoke to somebody. Gosh, I know it spoke to me. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm not giving up, and you ain't no way you can give up. I don't think that's. Let me check. Let me. No, that is still not on the menu. Mm-mm. Love and light. If this message spoke to you, please be a dear and hype that video. If you're looking to book a personal session and don't know how, check the description box. And lastly, thank you for those that will tip and donate. Much love and light to you.